All right, let's talk about what comes next. It's been an intense 10 days, right? You started with basically nothing, a blank server and a key. And today, we're not just going to look back at the incredible AI system you've built. We're going to map out the road ahead so you can truly master it.
I mean, just let that sink in for a second. 10 days ago, a blank virtual private server, your own little empty plot of land on the internet, and a single API key, which is basically the secret password to an AI's brain. That's it. It was a real leap of faith, and what you've managed to build from those two simple things, it's honestly pretty remarkable.
So, before we get all excited about the future, I think it's really important to take a moment and just appreciate how far you've actually come. Let's retrace the steps of this quest and see how your system went from just an empty box to a genuine thinking machine.
You know, when you look at it like this, you can see there was a real method to the madness. It wasn't random. We started with a secure foundation, because, let's be real, you can't build a castle on sand. Then, we opened a private channel just to you. It was only after that foundation was solid that we started adding new skills, giving it access to the web, and finally teaching it how to delegate tasks to a whole team of specialized agents. Each step built directly on the one before it. And this, right here, this is probably the most important thing to get. What you've made, it's not just another app you downloaded. It's a personal operating system. It's a persistent, always-on learning extension of your mind, running on hardware that you actually control. This is a totally different way of thinking about our relationship with technology. But, you know, the system itself is just the container. The real prize, the elixir you're walking away with from this whole journey, is the knowledge that's baked right into it. And trust me, that knowledge is way more valuable than any single piece of software. Think about it like this, right? The tool, that's temporary. The specific commands for OpenClaw, they might change, or some new framework might pop up next year. But the skill, that's permanent. You've learned the deep patterns, the mental models for how to make AI agents work together. And that's something you can take with you to any platform, today, tomorrow, or 10 years from now.
And these are the real blueprints. This is what you actually learned, how to give an agent a core identity in a simple file, how to build in security from day one, not as an afterthought. You learned that critical dance of building trust slowly, giving read access before you even think about giving write access. You designed approval gates so that you are always in control, you always have the final say. And of course, you mastered the art of delegation. That strategic thinking, that's the real magic. And this is the core of it all. See, anyone can follow a tutorial and copy-paste some commands, but you now get the why. You understand the reasoning behind each one of those architectural choices. And that reasoning, that deep, fundamental understanding, that's the knowledge that's actually going to last you a lifetime.
Okay, so you've built this amazing thing. You've unleashed this incredible power. Now what? Well, now comes the fun part, mastering it. It's time to go from being the builder to being the pilot. It's time to tame this creation and really shape it into a true extension of yourself.
I know the temptation. You want to jump right in and start adding more bells and whistles, more features, but please resist that urge. The single most powerful, most important thing you can do right now is just use it. Every single day, weave it into your workflow. The only way the system can get smarter and learn to help you better is through that constant back and forth.
And that process is what I like to call the tuning loop. It's a super simple but incredibly powerful cycle. Step 1, use it daily. Step 2, as you use it, you're going to naturally start to notice the little gaps, maybe a weird way it phrases something or a detail it keeps missing. That's not a failure, that's just feedback. And that feedback leads you to step 3. You go in and make these tiny, precise little adjustments to its core files. This loop, use, notice, tune, is how it goes from a generic tool to your personal custom-built partner. And the best part is, you don't have to hunt all over the place. Your highest impact work, the stuff that makes the biggest difference, is going to happen in just 3 files. Think of soul.md as its personality, its core character. User.md is where it learns all about you, your context, your goals, what you care about. And agents.md defines the team and the rules. Tweaking these 3 is the fastest way to shape its behavior. So once you've got that daily tuning rhythm going, and you have this really stable, reliable foundation, well, that's when the road ahead really opens up. So let's talk about some of the most impactful next steps you can take on your adventure.
So here's the path I'd recommend, and I'd do it in this order for the biggest bang for your buck. First, seriously, just spend at least a week only tuning what you already have. Get it dialed in. Once it feels solid, Then start adding some automated jobs, a scheduled morning briefing or something. After that, you can start carefully poking at new integrations, like Google Calendar, using that same slow, incremental security model you've already mastered. And only then, way down the road, when you find a big, recurring task, should you think about building a whole new specialist agent for it.
And hey, remember, you're not out there building this stuff in a vacuum. You're part of a huge community now. People are using these exact same principles to build the most amazing things. I'm talking everything from automated CRM systems to entire advisory councils made of AI agents. So go out there, get inspired, see what everyone else is up to.
Which, of course, brings us to the final and really the only question that matters now. The class might be over, but your real journey is just beginning. You have forged a powerful, personal operating system on infrastructure that you command. The only question left is, what are you going to do with it?